folks ready?
Now, in the current year for
Call this regular council meeting to order. Would you all please rise for the invocation?
We meet to serve our community and endeavor to be worthy custodians of all that has been entrusted to us. Let us be concerned only for what will promote good government. May we bring to our council chamber minds that think and hearts that feel, so that in our deliberations we may display imagination, wisdom, and courage, and the will to do our work for the good of all.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. And the roll call, please.
All members of council are present, Your Worship. I note that Regional Councillor Nunziata is not here.
A couple of announcements. First and foremost, fantastic Taste of Fort Erie. The weather was magnificent. There were a lot of booths, vendors, excellent food. The dance was good. It was just a good day all around. Councillor McDermott, do you want to add anything to a stellar day for the Bridgeburg BIA?
Well, thank you, Your Worship. You're absolutely right. It was the weather was perfect. Maybe a little bit chilly at night, but it certainly didn't keep people from attending. I just want to thank the Bridgeburg BIA for all the hard work they did, and all the volunteers that helped us. And it was probably the biggest turnout ever, and rightfully so. They did just a stellar job on the event, and hopefully we'll have it again next year. Thank you.
Yeah, no, I think it was a fantastic event, something that can really be built on, and looking very, very much forward to next year's event. The second thing that I wanted to talk about was a little more troubling, and that was on the weekend we were alerted to some vandalism that took place at Harbour Town. A number of signs were vandalized, including the entrance sign. Some of them were taken down, disposed of. Survey stakes were removed and discarded. That in itself is an offense. This type of conduct in Fort Erie is unacceptable, will not and should not be tolerated. It reflects badly on our community. It causes residents unease, and it is to be condemned in the strongest terms, which we do. Councillor Zanko and I have communicated with a number of the residents in that area, in that development, to assure them that vandalism in any form, anywhere, is not acceptable. And I've arranged, with the assistance of our CAO, a meeting Wednesday with representatives from the Niagara Regional Police, senior town staff. I understand Councillor Zanko is not available, but will be briefed on the meeting, and also the developer if he is available, either in person or by teleconference, to discuss the steps that can be taken to ensure that this type of vandalism is not repeated. One possible course of action that I've discussed with the CAO is the possibility of putting in closed circuit cameras so that we can monitor the area and detect and eventually apprehend whoever is responsible for this criminal activity. Look, I will report further to members of council what comes out of Wednesday's meeting, but this is just absolutely unnecessary, and it is designed to intimidate and cause upset within the community. There's a process that's been followed. I recommend that the process always be followed. The individuals who have appealed this, I think, are taking the appropriate steps, and for those who don't want to follow the process, we have the law. Okay. Are there any disclosures of pecuniary interest? Madam Clerk, I have one as soon as I can find it. It has to do with the entry into the lease with the Crystal Ridge Community Center. That's bylaw 121 for 2018. So when I get to that point, who has the bylaw resolutions? Councillor Passero, and so then Councillor McDermott, perhaps I can hand the chair to you to deal with that bylaw when we get to it. Okay. If there are no other disclosures of pecuniary interest, There is one upcoming public meeting that is with respect to Crystal Beach Drive water main replacement and road reconstruction. That public meeting takes place October the 2nd, 2018, between 6 and 8 p.m. at the Crystal Ridge Public Library in the meeting room there, and that's on Ridge Road South. The regional counselor is not available this evening, so that takes us to presentations and delegations, and I see Phil Smith is here, and he's going to run down to the podium and speak about the Crystal Beach 5K. Good evening.
Mayor Redekop and Council, I'm just here once again to speak about the Crystal Beach 5K, which is the 14th annual Crystal Beach 5K, which is rapidly approaching. But before I do, I just wanted to congratulate the organizers of the Taste of Fort Erie. As a community events like this, with the countless hours of volunteerism that go into making Fort Erie really a cool place to live. So kudos to all involved. I was down there myself, and like Councilor McDermott said, it looked like it was a record turnout. So really a great job by them. So since running for things is kind of a hot topic this time of year and this year, I'm here to talk about the 14th annual Crystal Beach 5K Run Walk, which is this October 6th at 11 a.m. The race is put on as a fundraiser for community events by the Friends of Crystal Beach every year. It's grown from 70 people the first year back in 2005 to the point where we're expecting over 600 participants and anticipate well over 800 people to be in attendance, including spectators and volunteers. It's open to everyone, whether you're a seasoned marathon runner like the mayor or someone aiming to walk their first 5K. The Crystal Beach 5K is open to every skill level, every shape and size, gender and ability. We're proud to have had participants as young as 5 years old, all the way up to folks in their 80s. We're proud to have folks complete the course in wheelchairs every year. We're proud to have young families, the next generation of Fort Erians, participating together, pushing babies in strollers, and who hopefully will participate themselves in future years. We're proud to have people participate from numerous provinces and states and countless towns across Ontario throughout the years. So of course, on that note, we'd like to invite town council and town staff and anyone listening or watching at home to join us this year. We're on track for our biggest year ever. I think we're well over 400 people pre-registered already. We really try to go the extra mile and try to provide really great value in the form of custom race shirts. I'm wearing a couple years ago here, race bibs and finisher medals to all participants. We even have a kids 1K fun run up and around Queen's Circle and back, which starts at 10:15. It's awesome to see anyone who's been there. It's awesome to see the little kids as they come to the finish line and the pride that they have in their accomplishments. And when they get their first medal, it's really a treat to see those smiles. So we have things like Fluffy the Clown, face painting, and mascots. Lots of things to do for the kids. Additionally, I always describe this event as kind of a party that you have to walk 5K to get to. I kind of use that line every year that I'm here, so hopefully it's not getting too old. But it's a fun day whether you volunteer, whether you spectate, or whether you participate. Additionally, at the after party, which is held at the appropriately named Sneakers Bar, the Fort Erie Minor Hockey Meteors sell hot dogs and hamburgers to raise money for their travel throughout the year. So in addition to that, we have live music and our medal presentation, and it's a fun time. It's a really great day. So there's still time to sign up online. It's www.crystalbeach5k.com. The sooner you sign up, the better. Right now, you can save $5 and guarantee yourself a race T-shirt. The more people that sign up ahead of time, it just helps our volunteers to be better prepared the day of and have more things lined up in advance. There will, however, be race day sign up on the morning of, should you wake up and have some energy, starting at 8 a.m. at our generous co-host and race start location, the Crystal Chandelier, on the corner of Erie and Ridgeway Roads. So that's all I have.
That's a lot. And, it is the premier running event in Fort Erie, and you're to be commended for that. And I understand the small beginnings from which you came, but you've got some wonderful volunteers, really reliable sponsors, and you do get some excellent runners. all of which make for a great day. And sometimes the weather doesn't always cooperate, but you know, runners, they run, doesn't matter what the weather's like, because there's a beer at the end.
That's right. I should have mentioned that. Everybody of age will receive a free beer, compliments of some of our sponsors.
It's amazing how that can motivate a runner.
Yeah.
I don't know if there are any questions or comments by any members of council, but we look forward to seeing you. I will be participating in the 1K fun run with Brody.
Very good.
I hope he doesn't beat me. Thanks very much, Phil. We'll see you then on Saturday.
Thank you very much.
Okay, that takes us then to the consent agenda. Are there any items that anyone wishes removed from the consent agenda? Then, Councillor Nutt, would you proceed with the resolution for that?
Yes, Your Worship. Moved by myself, seconded by Councillor Zenko, that council approves the consent agenda items as recommended.
Are there any questions or comments? All those, Councillor Nutt?
Yes, I have some comments. In the correspondence, I'd like to draw attention to that we received a report from the Ombudsman concerning a closed session, and that they found that the town was not in violation of entering into closed session.
That's correct.
So it'd be really nice if the person who filed that came forward and maybe,
Okay.
you know.
Okay. Any other questions or comments? All those in favor? None opposed? That is carried. That then takes us to new business and inquiries, and we'll start, Councillor Butler, with your resolution.
Thank you, Your Worship. Moved by myself and seconded by Councillor McDermott that council appoints Ann Waters, Salvation Army representative, to the Affordable Housing Committee for the period ending November 30th, 2018.
Are there any questions or comments? All those in favor? None opposed? That is carried. Are there any inquiries by members of council? Councillor Zanko and then Councillor Passero.
Thank you, Your Worship. Through you to Mr. Walsh, and I apologize, I just learned of this this afternoon, so I would have sent it to you ahead of time, but I didn't have a chance. Nevertheless, I did receive a call from a resident with regard to the Crystal Beach boating launch. What they're telling me is that it costs $10 to use the launch, but quite recently all the restrooms were closed for the season. I guess we're approaching perch season, which lasts to the end of October, but it's forcing individuals to kind of come to their own measures regarding bathroom facilities, which isn't great for our town. So I'm wondering if we can perhaps consider a porta potty or opening the washroom facilities located nearby until the end of October, which would accommodate the perch season.
Mr. Walsh?
Through you, Mayor, the washrooms are closed, including those at Waverly Beach and one other, I believe, for renovations. It was my understanding there is a porta potty or two down there already, but I will confirm that.
Thank you.
Anything further, Councillor Zanko? Councillor Passero.
Thank you, Your Worship. Just an item of interest for my council colleagues. I received a call today that the Fort Erie Cannons had swept the Welland Chiefs to win the Niagara District Baseball Association Championship. So great news for our community, especially because just a little while ago they also won the Provincial A Championship. So congratulations to the Fort Erie Cannons on much success.
Fantastic, very much so. And we'll have to look into that, Madam Clerk. They won the Ontario Championship. We need to be looking into that and perhaps recognizing them here at a council meeting. So can we rely upon you to follow that up? Thank you. Any other inquiries? Any matters of new business? If not, then there are no motions on our agenda. Are there any notices of motion? There not being any, that takes us to consideration of bylaws. And so I would remind Councillor Passero that you have first and second reading, that bylaw number 121 for 2018 is to be removed from the package. So could you proceed then with the reading of the first and second reading of the amended package?
Yes,
please?
Your Worship. Moved by myself, seconded by Councillor Zanko, that the bylaw package containing 119-2018 to amend zoning bylaw number 129-90, 3732 Rebstock Road, Alois Krepsnik and Paula Nazarek, owners, Don Chambers, agent. How come this one didn't go to Councillor Zanko? 120-2018, to amend zoning bylaw number 129-902631, Windmill Point West Lane, David and Grace Rich, owners, Sean Sider as the agents. 122-2018, to authorize the execution of a subdivision agreement with Yilming International Real Estates Limited, Longping Lulongping Gardens Phase 1. 123-2018, to authorize the execution of a subdivision agreement with Ashton Homes Western Limited, Aldo Versillo, Peacebridge Village Phase 1. 124-2018, to authorize the execution of a subdivision agreement with Crystal Beach Estates Incorporated, Jose Marquez, Elizabeth Road Subdivision, and 125-2018, to deem a certain registered plan of subdivision not to be a registered plan of subdivision. 227-7587, Ontario Inc., Phil Smith, 3950 Erie Road, Lot 362, Plan 370, and 3952 through 3956 Erie Road, Lot 533, Plan 375, is given first and second reading.
All those in favor? None opposed, that is carried. That bylaw package then as amended is on the floor for questions or comments. There being none, Councillor Zanko, could you proceed with third and final reading of the bylaws that are in the package, please?
Yes, moved by myself, seconded by Councillor Passero, that bylaws 119-2018, 120-2018, 122-2018, 123-2018, 124-2018, 125-2018 are given third and final reading to be signed by the mayor and the clerk under the corporate seal.
Are there any questions or comments about the bylaws? All those in favor? Opposed, that is carried. Councillor McDermott, could I hand you the chair then for bylaw 121? Councillor Passero has the resolution for first and second reading. Councillor Zanko for third and final.
Councillor Passero.
Thank you, Chair McDermott. Moved by myself, seconded by Councillor Zanko, that bylaw 121-2018, to authorize the entry into a lease agreement with Crystal Ridge Community Center for the use of certain areas of the Crystal Ridge Community Center, 99 Ridge Road South, is given first and second reading.
Comments or question? Carried. Councillor Zanko.
Thank you. Moved by myself, seconded by Councillor Passero, that bylaw 121-2018 is given third and final reading to be signed by the mayor and the clerk under the corporate seal.
All in favor? Carried.
Thank you very much, Councillor McDermott. That takes us back to the confirmatory bylaw. Councillor Lubert, you have the next resolution.
Yes, thank you very much. Excuse me. Thank you very much, Mayor Redekop. Moved by myself and seconded by Councillor McDermott. That bylaw number 126-2018 to confirm the actions of council at its meeting held on September 24th, 2018 is given first and second reading.
All those in favor? None opposed, that is carried. Councillor McDermott, you have third and final reading for this bylaw.
Thank you, Your Worship. Moved by myself, seconded by Councillor Butler, that bylaw number 126-2018 is given third and final reading to be signed by the mayor and clerk under the corporate seal.
Are there any questions or comments? All those in favor? None opposed, that is carried. That takes us to scheduling of meetings. Are there any meetings that anyone wishes to announce? Councillor Passero and then Councillor Zanko.
Thank you, Your Worship. Our Accessibility Advisory Committee is meeting here at Town Hall tomorrow, Tuesday, 4:30 p.m. in conference room number 1.
Councillor Zanko.
Thank you, Your Worship. Infrastructure Services Subcommittee meeting is Wednesday, September the 26th, held here at 5 p.m. in conference room 3.
Any other meetings? That then takes us to Councillor Nutt, my favorite part of the meeting.
Thank you, Your Worship. Moved by myself, seconded by Councillor Zanko, that council adjourns at 6:19 p.m. to reconvene into a regular meeting of council on October 9, 2018.
All those in favor? That's unanimous.